Alright guys, welcome back to my video, and today we're going to see what makes the league bag for 2024 season, which is going to kick off here in a couple days. So let's get into our first ball. Alright, the first ball on the list is the Brutal Collision. Now the Brutal Collision usually has been my number one ball out of the bag, but as of lately it's been kind of pushed to the side with a different purpose on it. I did have this ball at 1500 grit polish is where I liked it, but another ball in this list kind of took this place of this one. So I went ahead and put 500 grit and the new True Cut gloss on it. What the True Cut gloss does is kind of make it a resin ball act like urethane. So I've tried it on here and I've liked it. Don't mind my birds in the background, they'll be squawking here because I'm making a video. But I've thrown in a couple videos. I don't have any videos of it with the True Cut gloss on it. You'd have to go to my YouTube page and watch a video on it. So a little bit about the Brutal Collision. I got 9 games on it this year. I'm only averaging 177 with it. My high game with it is a 196 and my low game is a 157. Some of these low games for these balls is one night that I had a really bad night. So that's why I got some pretty low games with it. But with the differential, or the RG being 2.46, the differential being 0.052 and the intermediate diff being 0.019. This ball is a fairly strong ball, and with the cover, it is a strong ball. So with the Reactagloss on it, it kind of gives me a different look. So if the lanes are really burn up, I can get into this. It's still going to be strong, but yet it's still going to allow me to have some control over the lanes when they do dry down. And sorry, that's my fire pager going off. So, but all in all, this one here is a situational ball in my bag as of now. So if the lanes break down too much for the other balls, I can get into this one to get a little bit more length and a little bit more control. Or if the night starts off where I need something that's more controllable, I can always jump into the Brutal Collision. So, all right, let me jump into the next ball. All right, the next ball on the list is the new Belmo ball, the Storm Journey. And this ball has kind of taken over the number one spot in my bag. It is usually the first ball out of the bag for League Night now. This is the ball that pushed the Brutal Collision to the side and made me repurpose that ball for something else. The Storm Journey has been a great ball since it come out. I've had some really good success with it, and I can't say it's my favorite Belmo ball because I only have the ProMotion, the Fate, and the Journey, but out of all three, I'm gonna say that between the Journey and the Fate, it's pretty much of a toss-up because the Fate's a really good ball as well. So a little bit about the Journey. I got 12 games on it so far. I'm averaging 195 with it. I got one clean game. My high game is a 235. My low game is a 161. Apologize for the noisy birds in the background. The RG in it is 2.52 and the differential is 0.053. So this ball is my number one ball normally to start the night out. This is the ball that comes out of the bag first because it gives me a good look on a house shot. I haven't thrown it in a tournament yet to see what it does on a tournament pattern, but this is the number one ball that is coming out of my bag first on practice of league, and that gives me a good look on whether I need to be in it or I need to go into something a little weaker. But so you want to kind of say it's kind of like a benchmark ball for me. But Storm Journey, it's a great ball. I've had, like I said, only 12 games on it. I've had some pretty good success with it, and I'm sure that 195 average with it will come up here in no time at all with it. So this is the number 1 ball in my league bag, and about all I can say about it. But real quick, shout out to two of my sponsors, Creating the Difference. So if you need any cleaning supplies, ball maintenance stuff, you can go over to their webpage and check them out. And if you're looking for any awesome jerseys, you can head on over to Bullify. I'll leave my link in the description below. And gonna give a shout out to Brett at Gibbharts. He's my pro shop operator I use. I'm not sponsored by Gibbharts, but that's where I get all my equipment through, is them. Brett's an awesome guy. So shout out to them. And if you're looking for any of these balls, you can head on over to giveheartsbowling.com and get yourself one. All right, let's go into the number 2 ball. All right, coming in the number 2 spot is the Storm Fate, another Belmo ball. The Fate has been my go-to ball when the lanes transition. A lot of you that are new don't know that, but when I first got the Fate, yes, I hear you in there. Gotta love the birds. That I absolutely hated this ball. I couldn't get it to do anything. I couldn't get it to hook right. I couldn't get it to pretty much do what I wanted it to do, what it should have done, surface change, blah, blah, blah. Talked to my pro shop operator, Brett. He said, all right, let's figure out your PAP. It may have changed since you've gotten better with the two-handed. So went and got my PAP changed, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but my fingers in that have moved tremendously. Originally, the pin was above my ring finger. Now it's off to the side of my ring finger. And once I got this ball relayed out, re-drilled for the correct PAP, this ball come to life. It has been an amazing ball for me. In 15 games so far this year, I'm averaging 193 with it. I have 2 clean games. My high game with it this year is a 243 and a low game of 141. But like I said before, most of these low games have come from the night that I really struggled. I barely broke a 400 series that night. I was just not in the right mindset. I was struggling that night. Just wasn't in it. So can't blame the ball on the low score. Blame myself. But with the Journey coming out, it has been a great 1-2 punch with the Fate. The Journey, I can go usually game 1, game 2, and then the lanes kind of break down enough where I can get into the Fate, because the Fate's a great transitional ball for me. And that makes a great 1-2 punch. And in the last 4 weeks, however long the Journey's been out, it's been the Journey Fate League night every night. So the other 2 balls in my bag, they rarely come out anymore because these 2 make a great 1-2 punch. So if you have like the Phase 2 and the Phase 2 or the Journey but don't have the Fate, you might want to get yourself a Fate, because they are discontinued as of now because of the new Journey. So Fate, amazing ball. Why it makes a great 1-2 punch with the Journey is the Journey's for me, it's a nice skid flip. And then when that skid flip kind of goes away with the Journey, you get into the Fate and you get that nice smooth arc with the Fate. Yes, they have the same cores, same RG and differential, which is 2.52 and a diff of 0.053. So they are the same core. Cover stocks make them wildly different, but a great 1-2 punch to have in the bag. So if you don't have one, head on over to Gift Hearts and get one before they are completely gone. So, all right, let's get into our last ball and we'll talk about it a little bit. All right, so coming in the number 3 spot in the bag is the DV8 Diamond Diva. Yeah, I can't even talk. Maybe I ought to try going to speech class before I do bowl videos, huh? And learn how to bowl. The Diamond Diva has been kind of like a savior for me in a ball. When I just can't figure the lanes out with the Journey or with the Fate, the Diva has been there to save me quite a few times. So with the Diva, I only have 6 games on it this year. I'm averaging 191, but I got two clean games out of 6 with it so far this year. 221 for high game and a 153 for the low. The RG is 2.49 and the differential is 0.015. Now the Diamond Diva is one of them balls where the Journey's too strong and the Fate isn't strong enough. The Diva's there to fill that gap. And it's been a good ball. My wife has one. She loves it. If you've been watching any of my league videos lately, she's been really digging the 300 Speed by Columbia. That's been her go-to ball lately. It's usually a toss-up between the Speed and the Diamond Diva for her, but lately it's been the Speed. The Diva for me is another one of them situational balls where, like I just said, if the Journey's too strong, the Fate's too weak, this is that ball that's gonna fit right in the middle. So, it's a good ball. So, this ball here, even it's got a higher RG than the Fate and the Journey, but it's got a little bit weaker of a cover than the Journey and a little bit stronger of a cover than the Fate. So that's what makes this one a great in-between ball if the Journey and Fate don't work. So, besides the birds chirping, now I got the clock in the background making bird noises. But, so my league bag is pretty much set up. You got the Brutal Collision that is going to be a situational ball with the True Cut gloss on it, which is going to give it that urethane look. Strong ball. It's going to help get it down the lane with the gloss on it, but still have enough pop in the back end to carry down the pins. Then you got the Journey, which is my first ball out of my bag on league night. And then if the Fade is too weak at that point, I get into the Diva and then jump down to Fate. So in all reality, with the Journey, the Diva, and the Fate, great 1-2 punch. All in all, great balls. Like I said, this is another one. You can go to Gift Hearts and order yourself up one. So I got a little thing here along with my total. So total games between the 4 balls, I have 42 games with all four balls combined. I have 5 clean games with all of them combined, and I'm averaging 190 with all 4 balls, which to me doesn't make sense because my league average is a 186, but with these balls I'm averaging 190. So what am I doing wrong here? But it's gonna get better. We'll see how it goes here at the end of the season, see how these numbers have changed, and we'll go from there. But that's what's in the league bag to start the 2024 season off. So, all right, guys, till next time. I'll see you out on the lanes.